Hey, how's it going, guys? We're going to be playing a little bit of football tactics and glory since it is World Cup season. I think it's fair for us to jump into the game. So I've actually done pretty well with this team, and this game really gets quite in-depth. I want to thank the developer. They sent me a free copy for the game to actually give to a friend, which I greatly appreciate. But it's just been really fun, and I've gone all the way from amateur league to second league, which is basically... Let me take a look here. It's a 2-league jump, and it's a lot of work. It's actually been 10 years in-game for me to get to this point, and right now I'm just starting to have some really great players. We've got Ienge here. Ienge is awesome. His only problem is his age. He's 38. He is with us until 40 years old, and unfortunately, as the players get older, some of their skills do begin to diminish. His passing skill, for instance, is going a little lower. So I've got these two 24-year-olds, Lag and Mateus. I also have Kureya, and I'm trying to increase their skills as much as I can. So right now we're actually going to put Kureya in to try and get a little skill from him. We're doing okay in our table for this group, but what I want to do is actually jump up to First League. So let's play against Gondomar. These guys actually got relegated from First League, so it's going to be interesting to play against a team that, for all intents and purposes, belongs here. As you can see, there's weather effects in the game. In this particular game, we've got some rain. It's never easy to deal with, but we're going to have to play through it. So first things first, I want to get Ienge in a good place, or any of these other guys in a good place. I think we'll start with Ienge. And actually, we might be able to take a shot just from here. Oh, I'm going for it. Oh, yes! Beautiful goal right there in the first few minutes of the match. No wonder they got relegated. I'll take that, man. Hey, how's it going, guys? Scroober, Magnimic, Gabriel, Gaming Kittens. Good to see you guys. Because it's fun. And it's World Cup season. What's wrong with you? Boom, here we go. And this is also a tactical football game, which I love. I think that's just great. Really, I mean, turn-based tactics, you know, they take into account, of course, like dice rolls, things like that, and they just do a great job, as well as building the skills of your actual team. So right now, what I like to do in this situation, I'm going to take this guy and put him here. I shouldn't do that because that means I'm only going to have one defender on each of the enemy forwards. Let's just hope they don't get a good pass. Here they got a good one. Oh, they got a good pass here too, I think. Let's see. Oh, nope. Yeah, they definitely got the pass. They're going to score a goal here, pretty sure. So that's 1-1, 1-1. And again, I've just gotten into this league, so I'm not going to feel bad if we lose necessarily. But I at least want to increase the skills of our players. I'm going to take another shot with Ienge. Sure enough, another goal. I mean, this guy is our best player, but he's also our oldest player. Feel free to ask any questions, guys. Also, if you want to talk about World Cup, I'd be happy to. Just bring up a team. And we'll try to discuss. I'm pretty familiar with every single one of the teams playing right now, except for the Middle Eastern League, which is made up of Morocco, Iran, and there's a third one, Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is totally out. There almost seems to be a World Cup, you know, tradition of just beating the hell out of Saudi Arabia. You know, 8-0, 7-0, 12-0. It's just insane. That being said, I think a lot of the other teams are just... There's a lot of surprises. Clearly, Portugal tying with Spain. Just incredible there. 3-3. Ronaldo scoring a hat-trick. It's just massive. But on a fairly important note, and also kind of sad, Argentina tying with Iceland. I mean, I'm happy for Iceland, but I've actually got a friend who's an Argentina fan, and, man, 1-1 against a country of 350,000 people. Like, that's crazy. That's really crazy. I actually would love, believe it or not, if Iceland won the World Cup. I think that would be amazing. Do I think it's going to happen? No. But I think that'd be amazing. Hey, Sludge. How you doing? Great game, says Sludge. Thanks, man. I'm loving it, too. Really loving it, actually. And it's still in early access. What the developer, and I actually spoke to the guy, really nice guy, but what the developer did, you know, he wanted to create, obviously, a strategic game, not just a basic football game. So he took, like, the best parts of football, you know, the mid-game, the shots themselves, things like that, and he tried to capitalize on that. So I think he's just done a great job here. And is that another goal? It is 3-1 from Ienge. Now, again, the problem with Ienge is he is 38. He's going to be off our team in 2 years. The only good thing is we don't have to renew his contract. He will stay with us. But, You know, that's why I'm training these other players. I want them to learn how to be forwards too. Because when Ian is gone, it's like when Ronaldo is gone from the Portuguese team. They're going to have to learn to readapt. And that's going to be tough. Oh, he's going to go for a chart. Maybe not. I think he'll go for a tackle. Yep, sure enough. Gaming Kid says Canada. Is Canada in the group stage? Like, seriously? Hey, that would be really cool if Canada made it. Alright, let's see. I don't remember Canada being in the group stage. I also want to really improve our defense, so believe it or not, it might be a good idea to keep some of the shots over here. Alright, he's going to go for it. Yeah, I think you're referring to the Portugal-Spain. Yeah, no, it was great. Incredible game. Ronaldo absolutely showed himself, and I'm honestly not blowing up smoke Ronaldo's ass here. I think Ronaldo, without a doubt, showed himself that he is the greatest of all time. Just with that 3-3, being able to essentially tie with Spain with a hat trick on during World Cup. His stats are already incredible to start with. You know, that plus the fact that he's going to play for at least 1 or 2 more years, that his stats already beat Pele and a lot of other footballers. I really do believe that, I'm not even exaggerating, I think Ronaldo is technically now the greatest of all time. Just incredible. So Pele has some competition. Here we go. All right. Enemy team is actually working their way back up here. That's not good. Let's get on the ball, guys. No pun intended. Ooh. So all I want to do now is basically just save. Let's hope that our guys can just keep the ball away from our own goal for the rest of the match. Wow, their defenders are very good in this game. Just one more move. Nice. I think we got this one. So that was a great interception there by, I think it's Orocha. No, it's Avelar. And I'm going to pass to Lage. Oh, why did you do that? Why did you grab that when I was trying to pass to Lage? Alright, fair enough. Let's switch players. Actually, no, we'll just pass to him and have him shoot from here. Unless we can do a rainbow feint. Which I think we can, but we wouldn't actually do it very well. So, I'm going to fire. Yes! Another one, guys! And that's going to be Lage with the goal. It's exactly what we need. We need to make sure that guys besides Ian score. Hey, Vexer! Thank you, Vexer. I thank you so much, man. If you guys are obviously new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, please. We do all strategy games here, so I'm not going to shy away from a strategy game just because it's a sports-based strategy game. I'd love to do that, Squidward. That's actually a really, really cool suggestion. I unfortunately did that with Football Manager, and we didn't get a lot of reception on the channel. We do get a lot of reception on our strategy videos, but it's hard to get people interested in, sports. So, if you guys enjoy this, definitely hit that like button and let me know after the video is actually updated to the channel. Because, quite frankly, this is just a really fun game. I'd love to play more of it if the channel would be down. We can even make a channel team. So we can start in whatever league you guys want. Right now I'm in the Portuguese league, of course, but I can start in whatever league you guys want. I think Premier League would maybe be the fairest, or not Premier League, but Amateur League in the UK. Working up to Premier League would work out pretty well. Now there's also, I just want to take a look at our team here, make sure that everybody's okay. So there's Jens. We can take a look at his profile here. And unfortunately, I'd love to sell him, but since he is, basically stuck with us until retirement, you can't sell. You just can't. If we want to look at the prices of some of these players, of what I could sell them for, it's pretty good, but we need to increase and improve these forwards. So actually for our next game, I'm taking Jens out. I'm putting Mateus in. And I'm continuing forward here in this game. Yeah, absolutely, Squidward. I would recommend you actually join my Discord server. There you can message me privately. Let me find it and watch my users find my Discord server before I do, because I stink at opening Discord. Here we go. I think we can get it to you eventually. Wait. I have it. I thought I had it. Yeah, here we go. So when you enter the Discord server, I think you'll see a post I've made before, and we can go ahead and put that there. Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm always looking to collaborate with other YouTubers when time permits, so I would love that. You send me a link to your channel, that sort of thing. All right, let's get into this match. So I'm going to play Abranch, and this is pronounced Abranch, not Abrantish. The game was made by a Russian guy, really nice Russian guy, but with some of the names he messed up, and that's totally okay. I think all things considered, he did a really good job. But Abranch is actually Abrantes, not ISH. So I actually know the team. They're not a good team. They're in, League 2. Even though we're playing really well right now, you guys have to keep in mind we are in League 2. Like, this is not, we're not even in League 1, and after League 1 is the Premier League. So that's like the important league. It just shows you how difficult it is in the game of football to get a working team. It's not easy. Not even a little bit, man. It's really a challenge, like a major challenge. So if you got an underdog team you like in like League 2 or 3, for them to get to League 1, within the course of a decade even, is a massive achievement. Now we've got this ability with this particular player called the layoff pass, which allows us to pass forward. They're a really useful ability. And now, of course, he can't attack because it's the enemy turn, but hopefully he can hold the ball a little bit. Let's see. No, not even for a second. Another issue here is our guy's offside, so we need to stop that. Does anybody know who's playing today? I'm not going to look at the stats, but I'm pretty sure we have World Cup teams playing today. Sorry, it's Sunday. I think tomorrow, Monday. Maybe they are playing today. We'll have to see. So Lage is offsides. There's no point in passing to him. So I'm going to actually break away here and take a shot with Correa, which is actually our least trained and our youngest forward. So I don't expect him to get a goal, but look at that, Correa with the goal. Well done, man. Yeah. So we might keep Yenge out for not a long time, but, at least a few games. Maybe we'll sub him in and out. Because despite him being our best player, as he's getting older, he's not going to be very useful as we move ahead. I'd rather we get our 20-year-olds or 21-year-olds up to speed. Nice defense there by Barroso. We also have an incredible goalkeeper. And we don't have any replacements. Generally, you want at least one replacement goalkeeper. So I think that's going to be our next purchase, even though it's going to be a real pain-in-the-ass purchase. Get it, Lage? It's okay, I think we proved ourselves. No, I don't think it's way too much for your age. I think, if anything, if you're interested in history and politics, I would say that that's exactly what you should be focusing on at 13. You should be focusing on things that actually bring, a modicum of intelligence to your life. So I think that's a great thing to be interested in. I mean, if you were interested in drug use or something like that, that'd be different. So I think that's great, man. There's nothing wrong with that at all. When I was your age, I was also obsessed with history, politics, wars, all that stuff. I still am. So that probably won't change anytime soon. Unless you have some sort of cataclysmic accident and, like a stroke or something that changes your personality. That's not going to happen. Okay. So we're ahead 1-0. The thing with Lage is he's not great at keeping the ball away from a defender, let's say. So I think I'd actually rather almost take a shot with him. Let's see what the power shot would be like. They actually have better defense against the power shot. You know what? We're going to pass this one to Mateusz. He's also a pretty good shot. Although he's also a noob. I'm going to move him up here. Again, I'm just trying to hold that goal. I don't care if I don't get another shot. Beautiful. They just wasted a turn trying to go after him. So it's good to see that he can get away from the ball pretty easily. I like that. Look at that. He's able to keep the ball. Sorry, control the ball very well. So maybe he would be better for a center forward position. The problem is, despite being a forward, he's not that great at taking shots. He would almost be better in a midfielder position, but he's trained to be a forward, so that is not going to happen. Oh, wait. That's going to be a foul. Hope we don't get any cards. No, we're good. We did injure the enemy player, though. Hello, Nico. Gabriel, I'm a very nice guy, but you gotta stop the general shit posting, man. I'm serious. It's the last warning I'm gonna give you. It's just, it's really like there's no legitimacy to what you're posting. It doesn't add anything to the discussion here. It makes the stream look immature. I'm giving you a final warning to cut it out, and you know what I'm talking about. Act like an adult. If you can't like act like an adult, just leave. I'm serious. Just leave the channel. Like I don't like to do that, but you're really starting to piss me off. All right, here we go. Let's try to get that ball back. Now I'm gonna try. This is unlikely that it's gonna happen, but I'm gonna try to actually do a cross, and yeah, sure enough, they defended against that. And they've got one more chance to score before this victory is ours. Yeah, this could be their score. I mean, a tie's still good. Obviously, we want the victory. Beautiful. That's going to be ours. See if we got any upgrades for our players here. Oh, yeah, Mateusz is going to be upgraded. Level 27. And you can get these guys up to, like, level 80, I've seen. Some players with level 80 players, which is just insane. No, but dude, you said sorry once, and I believed you. But, like, now you really need to just cut it out. If you want to have a discussion with someone in the chat, that's fine. You want to bring up points, that's fine. But if you just want to, like, type stupid stuff, nobody gives a shit. Thanks, Squidward. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't like to get mad. And I really appreciate you seeing that. I think most of you guys would agree. I really try to be a nice guy. In fact, sometimes, you know, maybe when I shouldn't be nice, I'm a nice guy, and I have awesome administrators like Dave Zizou and Ariman and Lion to kind of watch the chat. But, like, with that kind of stuff happening, like, you know, look, we're not trying to have, like, an ultra-serious stream. Like, really, we're not. You can talk about fun stuff, but for the love of God, if you're just going to, like, literally jam on your keyboard a bunch of, like, letters and numbers and, like, press enter, like, what are you trying to achieve with that, man, you know? I can only go so far. Okay, I think I'm actually going to hold here with Lage. I want to try to get past this guy, but their defenders are good, and Lage is not good at breaking through the defense. We really need to work on that skill, and I'm thinking maybe we should do it just to work on that skill. I don't know if that's a good idea. Here's what I'm going to do. Hold. Make them come for the ball. It's funny because in this game, when you fail at a skill, that's how you actually start to learn and increase your stats on that skill. Which makes sense. Listen, you don't have to feel bad or anything like that. It's just, yeah, I mean, you know, actually, Gaming Kittens makes a great point. It does hurt the channel because, you know, people come on here, maybe new people to the channel, right? And they see your posts and they're like, what kind of channel is this? Like, you know, is like little kids playing or something? So it is damaging. That is for me the most frustrating thing. Honestly, we even have in our Discord server, and I did this specifically so people could speak their mind. We have a political debate section there. If you want to go in there and spout whatever you want, I could care less, you know. It really doesn't make a difference to me. But here, let's be cool, man. Let's talk about World Cup. Let's talk about something. This shit only happens once every 4 years. Like I want to hear some people. I want to hear your picks for World Cup. I want to see, you know, who you guys think is the best player, who you guys think is going to win this year. Man, I'd love to get a discussion going on that. I know we're a strategy channel, and typically we don't talk about that, but I do want to remind you guys that football, in my opinion, is one of the most strategic sports out there. It really is. You know, we just got scored against, but these guys are the first in our league. Nonetheless, if we can keep this second place spot, we can still move up to the next league. So I'm not really concerned about necessarily winning first place, but it would be nice. It would be really nice. Yeah, we're going to have to try this eventually. Here's what I'll do. Let's do it. Oh, we got this one. It's going to be a skill increase there. Oh, you son of a bitch. I think our guy's injured. No, he's good. Man, we got lucky, and thankfully Hubner did get booked with a yellow card. That's what I'm looking for, man. That's just inexcusable. We'll put Mateus on the shot, even though we probably should have put a better footballer on the shot. And I think what I'm going to do is pass to Lage. Take the shot right here. They got it. You know what? It was still a good try. Hey, Dave. How you doing, buddy? You just missed me. Dave. Actually losing my cool, I think, the first time in the stream ever. Yeah, I actually kind of got angry there, which is something I don't usually do. Here we go, halftime. Let's start up, and yeah, guys, let me know what your World Cup picks are. Obviously, you guys can assume that I'm extremely happy with Portugal tying with Spain 3-3. 3 goals by Ronaldo, making it a hat trick in their first game in World Cup this year. I mean, that's just beautiful. No other way to really put that. We got a quarter here. So I do want to defend against this goal, but I also want to get a chance at a goal here. So I'm going to put Lage there. And you can use your corner defense points to do just that. I hope he doesn't pass her to the center. Nice. Beautiful. Now they could take the ball back pretty easily, I think. Nice! Alto is actually managing to keep the ball away from the other team. And I'm going to pass to Pita. That's not the kind of pass I was looking for. But we'll have to take it. And I'm just going to go ahead, and with Pita, I will hold the ball. In many ways, I think the midfield is the most important part of the actual game. You can't. This is not a democracy. We win automatically. They could definitely get another goal here. He's doing a great job at doing the rainbow drift, it's called, past our players, and that's a skill you have to learn through training. So once again, I don't mind losing to these guys. They are first place. And you know, you learn from every game. You really should play every game in this particular game to get skills. It's not as simple as most football games I see on the market today, where you can pick any team you want, you know, Premier League, etc. Like, you really have to start with the bottom of the barrel. There are, of course, like custom game modes where you can select whatever team you want, but I'm starting this team from the bottom of the barrel, amateur league, all the way now to second league. It's so fun. It's so entertaining. It's just fun. It's just really fun. So what are your picks, guys? Everybody put your picks down below for who you think is going to win World Cup this year. What I'd like to do, I'd love to get some sort of raffle going. We'll have to figure out what game to do it on. And maybe we can get, like, for the winners, we can get, like, a free game code, something like that. But I think what we should also do is, and this is up to you guys, especially those of you guys watching this particular chat, because that means you're enjoying the football. We can basically raffle out who gets each team, and then the player with the team that goes the farthest gets the free game code, something like that. So we'll see what happens. So Gaming Kids is, I think, Germany, to be honest. I agree with you, Gaming Kids. That's my choice too, dude. High five. That is my choice as well. Ooh, so Squidward's talking about trying a different formation, a defensive mid, 4-1-3-2. That's an interesting formation. So what that would be 4 defenders, one mid, one, I guess it's hard to explain, one defensive mid? I think it's defensive mid, yeah, DM. One midfielder, or 2 midfielders, and 2 forwards. That would work. I could also try Portugal's tactic. Portugal's tactic is, and it's kind of hard to explain, it's 1 defender over here, 1 defender over here, 4 midfielders, and I believe 3 forwards. Basically, what the defenders on each side do is if the ball comes crashing into this side of the field, they bring it up the side, they pass it in. The 2 midfielders also act as defenders, while the forwards push the ball constantly. And on the Portugal midfield, their main goal is offense. They only have a secondary defensive tactic. So I might actually put in Portugal's formation. But the reason I haven't changed my formation, actually, Squidward, is just I'm trying to... This formation's worked so well, or so far. I'm trying to keep it. I'm scared to change. It's that simple. There's no other reason. I'm just scared to change. But you're right. It's time to maybe try something new. And obviously, you can exploit, other players if you do that. So maybe you have a player that you haven't been able to use, like Avila, because we don't have enough midfield positions, and you can totally change that. And actually, now that Squidward mentioned that, I'll go ahead and show you guys how to do that. So if we jump 36,000, that's really nice. So even just playing the first team at home, we made a lot of cash. Our stadium only holds 2,000 people. We can improve that, but it's going to take time. So if we go here, here we go. So we can change the formation as we see fit in this particular area. You can literally take guys, change them around. You can make a guy a midfielder when he's a forward. You can do whatever you want. In fact, I might even bring my forwards down like this. I haven't tried this. I'm not sure, though. I like what we're doing right now. Like I said, I do want to change things. But basically, the Portuguese setup is like this. This is how the Portuguese play. 2 defensive midfielders. So wait a minute. We should have another one down here. So we need 2 of these. 2 attacking midfielders. So we need to move this guy up here. Yeah, it would be more or less like this. Of course, the setup needs to be a bit different. All right, let's put this guy, Reynoso. So I'm not going to try that because the enemy will get a bunch of shots. For now, we're just keeping a very, very straightforward 3-3-3. Just go ahead, back, or 3-3-4, I should say. Go to the next game, and it's Agueda. This is the Prestige Cup. Oh, guys, I am going to auto-match this just because I think, and I might cheat a bit here, because we can win this game pretty easily, stats-wise. So I'd rather just get through the easy games. Yeah, I'll take that. Now we have to play 2 matches. And Cantu, which is another player, not on our team, just got a red card, which is wonderful. That's just leg 1. So there's going to be leg 2. I'll make sure that we have everybody contracted so we don't get anybody kicked off the team. Some guys, unfortunately, like Sampaio and Baiano, are going to be kicked off, but they're basically reserves. We haven't even really brought them in. Actually, the most expensive player we have right now is our goalkeeper, Cadeira. So we really do need to start training a new goalkeeper or possibly buy a new one next transfer season. That's going to be a focus. And I hate that because with a goalie, you're spending like maybe even $1 million to get a good goalkeeper. And, his only job is to just defend against goal. That's really all he does. I'm not saying goalkeepers aren't amazing. They are. But it's unfortunate. Yeah, everybody listens to Surf and Bird. Who doesn't? Squidward is saying, I can't critique you. I'm too scared to move from 4-1-3-2 TM. I haven't lost a game for 2 months since I put my hand in. But that's Football Manager. Yeah, exactly, man. That's how I feel. I think all of us feel like that. And even a lot of like actual real coaches coaching real international or club teams. I'm sure they get that feeling, where they're just like, we should make a change right now, but we can't do it. Like Argentina is a perfect example with their game versus Iceland. Messi scoring only 1 goal and being substituted with Higuain. I mean, that's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. And honestly, if I was the coach of Argentina, despite Messi being an amazing player, I would honestly consider, I'm not even kidding, I would honestly consider in their game against Croatia putting Higuain as a starter. And then subbing Messi in at the late point of the game. And I can only imagine that if I was actually the coach, that decision would be so freaking hard to make. You'd really need balls to say, all right, I'm going to take that risk and hope for the best. All right, so we're playing our second match against these guys just because I think we can score just outscore them like crazy. Oh, nice defense, you little bastards. Get that back. That's it. Don't forget, if things get rough, we can always bring in Inch. And since we're up 1-0 in the leg, we just have to tie this game and we win. Oh, it's going to be a foul. And actually, Avelar got a yellow card. Let's move... Yeah, Lage is where I want him. Just keep it at that. Now, if they pass through Évora here, which, by the way, is one of my favorite cities in Portugal, we're going to be in trouble. What they're trying to do is waste our movement points here, forcing us to go and attack their players. And their forwards, unlike ours, are pretty damn good at defending. I mean, you know, right there, they get a free kick very close to the goal box, like very close. I hope that's enough, and I'll move Mateus up as well. So what we're doing with our forwards up here is we're trying to set them up for a nice counterattack. But it looks like they're going to get a shot here. Yeah, that's going to be a goal. That's not good. We need to get... I mean, we either need to hold this... Well, we need to get a goal because it's 1-0, so now we're up 1-1, technically. Come on, Lage. You're going to be our new star forward, man. No! You need to learn to hold the ball. About EFL 2? No, I don't. What's that? EFL 2. Just give me 1 second. I want to send a message here to a friend. Hold on a sec. So, sorry, Dave, I missed your comment. Dave is saying, I was thinking it'd be Brazil or Spain, but hopefully Portugal. Yeah, man, I don't know if that's possible. I think it would be great if they did. It really would. Let me see 1 second. I don't know if Dave's on. If he's on, if you are on, Dave, let me know. I just want to send you a quick message, mate. Whichever medium you want me to reach out to. Ooh, another foul, man. We are fouling bad this game. All right, we got Pita. Come on, Pita. So I could try to pass directly to Lage, but I think the safe thing would be to do this. Yeah. Oh, I think this is looking good. Lage's got a special skill called the Rainbow Feint. Guys, let's see if this works. This is actually a skill Maradona used to score goals. He wouldn't even take the shot sometimes. He would just dribble past the keeper. Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Club Lusitania. Beautiful. Now, we can't get complacent. We're up 1-1, 1-1. If we can hold this, we win the group, or we win this game in the group, because this is the second leg. They're being very aggressive. Good job. This defender's really useful. That ability for him to basically pop back without us using up a turn, it's so good. It's basically gained us so many goals. Pass this to Lage. No, Lage! Tú es una mierda. Hey, Dark X. Good to see you, buddy. Ah, okay. Thanks, Squidward. I'm the Mac guy tonight, just in case anyone impersonated me. You have a Mac? What's that? What prehistoric creation is that? No, I'm just kidding. They're not that bad. Actually, Macs are really good for music production, audio recording, being a voice actor. I would love to have a Mac just for that, but for gaming, are you kidding me? All right, here we go. I'm just going to hold. So once again, this is one of the skills is to hold. We're going to hold with Guraya, and I really am trying to increase these attacker skills. They're basically playing 2 leagues above their pay grade. You know, Ian is really the only attacker we have, and maybe Lege that belong in the 2nd league. And we still have First League and Premier League to get to. So, unbelievable, man. There's like 5 leagues in just the Portuguese league. I think the British league has even more. It's just incredible. They show every single team in existence. Obviously, they don't have the actual team names. They take very similar names for the players and the teams because of the, as you guys know, all of the copyrights associated. Which is unfortunate. Come on, baby. I want that second goal. A little bit of breathing room. Oh, I see how it is. All right, we're going to move Mateus here then. And this guy's tired. You can see Machado, so they probably want to sub him out. I think this is their last chance to score. Yep, 4 turns left total. Despite the fact that we're going to win anyway, I'd love to get a victory in this game too. I think that would be pretty cool. So I'm going to move Lage forward and take a shot. In fact, I think with the rainbow feint, if I'm not mistaken... Yeah, we get 1 action if this works, so I'm going to try it. Oh, yes! 1 action, we might go ahead and be able to play it in. Precision shot would actually go better this time. Oh, he defended. Wow, I'm surprised, man. He got that last defense. Good job by the keeper. That being said, we win the leg. Okay, we got a few level ups, I think. Might be able to upgrade some skills. Now, the cool thing here is not only can you upgrade skills, by the way, we won 41,000 since that's a cup game. Not only can you upgrade skills, but you can actually train players in specific skills. So, like, if you want a guy to be a left mid or a left forward, you can train him specifically in that. It looks like our next game is going to be a home match for the Prestige Cup in Barreiro FC. We definitely want to win that home match. I'm going to take a look here. I might put Yan Jin, just because he's a damn good player, and I think we need the best of the best. Especially since we've got him for another 2 years and 10 months. We should use him, and he's an amazing player. He's just old. Oh, okay. Absolutely, man, absolutely. I'm fairly friendly with most. I do want to sell some of these players, but honestly, with the amount of money we're making off these matches right now, I might not. Let's go into our next match, guys, as Lusitanos FC. This is going to be, I believe it's quarterfinals now? No, it's round of 16. After this is quarterfinals, then semis, then finals. So we gotta beat these guys. Come on, boys. So you guys might wonder how I chose these uniforms. The way I chose this particular uniform is actually based off the tiny village of Capção in Portugal. This is the flag for the village, is these colors. Okay, I could take a shot here, and that 110, though, that's going to be tough. I'm just going to hold. Udienge. Again, this guy's our best player, but he's not great at defending against defenders. They can take the ball from him pretty easily. Oh, boy. Don't let us down. Shit, that's going to be a goal for the other team. That's not good, guys. Second game of Prestige Cup. Well, let's see what happens here. See, we got ourselves in such a position, it's very hard for their guys to tackle us. They're going to have to use up all their turns to do it. So he's going to get it, but I think we should be able to take this back and maybe get a shot. Oh, boy. Still have the one move. Got to at least try to tie it for the next match. Oh! Sorry. Got a really good striker with Regalado. Nice, no actions wasted. Move to Iange. Pass to Lag. Ooh, it's going to be tough to get past these guys. Man. All right, we're going to move forward with Iange, and I'm going to take the shot with him. So this is our best player again. He should be able to make this score, and sure enough, he got it. 38 years old, and he still got the gift. So I love that. Tying that up before halftime, and I'll take a look at the chat now. That gives us some major breathing room. He can learn his lessons on his own. I've spoken to Gabriel, and I think he's more mature than he portrays himself. I'm gonna take a little risk here. I'm gonna put Lage right there. So I've only got one defender here, but I think we got this. Good work, boys. They can still try to tackle it away from us here, and I think they'll succeed. Now, we've got to be very careful. As you can understand, challenging anybody in the box could always lead to a penalty. In this case, we managed to get the ball back without much difficulty. But as you can see there, not good. That's going to put the ball in the enemy's play space for sure. And they absolutely have a chance here at another goal. It's going to give them a lot of chances close to the box here. Excellent defense. That might not seem like a lot, but we basically just defended against a headed goal. I can take that. I can live with that. Let's move Pita up, actually. I want to move Arrocha up. This is one midfielder that rarely gets into the first line of the pitch. He's always usually on defense, so I'd love to see him sort of exploit the field a bit here. Yeah, Arrocha's going to hold it. Oh, guys, if we could get a goal right now, that would be tremendous. I think they're going to get it from us here, unfortunately. All right, that's 8:31. Let's see how Arrocha would do on the tackle. Yeah, he would do much better. Unfortunately, not good enough. Let's see how Iange would do on the tackle. Once again, not good enough. So we'll challenge with Pita. But now we've got no mid. We've essentially got everybody here in attack. Full time, baby. I'll take that 1-1. That's fine. First game against this team. Fine. It's a fine match. Not a problem. Not a problem. Not a problem. 41K, man. That's why we have to stay in the cup. We make so much money just staying in the cup. Just doing that alone nets us a huge profit. This is going to be game 2. I almost don't want to jump into this game, but I will anyway. Why not? Make sure everybody on Discord knows what we're doing. I really liked your suggestions, though. Some people, or I think a lot of people, named Germany. That's my choice, too. My actual choices are Germany 1, France as the finalist, with Germany losing 3-1. And runner-up for 3, that's what I don't know, because there's been a lot of surprises where I otherwise would pick a different team. Portugal. There's also a surprise with Argentina and Iceland 1-1. So I could see potentially, I mean, I think it would be really rare, but I could potentially see Portugal or Iceland as 3 and 4. Maybe. I mean, that would be amazing. That would be a World Cup to remember. Even if, you know, one of the more standard teams won, like France or Germany, if Portugal or Iceland or one of the smaller teams managed to get up to semis, I think that would be great, honestly. I really think it would do the world of football a lot of good, too. Because a lot of teams like Brazil and what was the other team? Argentina. They used to be, you know, world champions, just absolute masters. And they have gotten, I wouldn't say horrible, because I don't think it's fair to call a world contender team horrible. But they have really, really just, you know, gone down the drain, let's say. from what they used to be. You know, they still have some good players, they still have some good plays, but things have really kind of fallen apart. Not so much for Spain. Spain is actually still strong. So actually, I think I might have to call Spain for 3, which would be frustrating because that means that Portugal will lose their game. And if you guys understand that sort of the rules of World Cup, if you face a team in group stage, for instance, the only other time you would face that team is if you got to finals together. So basically, you've played them once. You don't have to play them again. I would love to see an Iberian final between Portugal and Spain. That would be unbelievable. But unfortunately, I think despite the 3-3, I think it would end in probably a Spanish win. It would be tough either way. All right, let's hold with Pita. We tried this before and it worked okay, but it was better to try it right in the center behind Lage. Behind Lage. Oh boy. Nice steal. I'm going to just continue forward with this guy. Actually, let's pass to Wienj. Got to get 1 goal, and the game is ours. It's pretty much that simple. At the same time, if we get scored against, the game is going against us. Look at that. Lage moving up. Unfortunately, we weren't able to take the ball, so he's not going to be able to follow up with that. We'll try with the Wienj one more time. We got it back, but not enough time to score before halftime. Nil all at halftime. Interesting. All right. Let's see how this game goes. It's good to see that some of the enemy players are getting tired. I could try to dribble past that guy, but I know better. Damn. Gaming Kittens likes Mesut Ozil, and he might be moving to Man U. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Great player. Favorite thing about FMAG is how low you can go. I've managed a team who play in basically park 2 minutes away from my home. Yeah, that's what I love, Skidward. I actually chose Évora, which is a tiny town in Portugal. Well, it's actually a city in a region, but it's a very poor region that I have a lot of affinity for. So that's what I love as well. Like, yeah, exactly, man. You bring them up from literally amateur, like basically people that just play on the weekend, not even professional, to a professional league. It takes, so far in this particular league, I've played 10 years, and it took me 10 years to move from amateur to third to second league. Okay, so we're in second league now, and we still have to go for first and then Premier League, which is the main Portuguese league. And of course, you can start in any country you want. Hey, Terje, no worries, man. You bought it? Oh my god, dude. Now that I know you bought it, I was thinking about doing this with other YouTubers for a while. We've got to get some other YouTubers together and do a tournament. I think that would be awesome. Like do like basically just a World Cup rematch. Obviously, we would use club teams, but we could rename our teams after our countries. It's not hard in this game, which is hilarious. In other words, I could change the colors of this team to look like Portugal and change the name to Portugal and play a you know, online with my friends. That's another great thing about this game. So we could do that, man. Have our own little World Cup. I wonder how it would work. We could look into it. You know, obviously the game is still in early access. I wonder if we could put in some AI teams. Like, that would be great. And basically do, like, you know, one match at a time. And by the way, we just got a beautiful, and I mean a beautiful, shot in front of goal. This is our chance, but we have to take Wienj out, which is unfortunate. Our best player. So how can we set this up to score? Well, they've actually got a really good defensive setup here. I mean, they have packed everybody into the box. So I'll put Correa here. I'll put Pita here to take the shot. And I'll put Mateus over here. This is actually going to be, it's going to be really tough to score against these guys, but I'm actually going to push some midfielders forward. just for this reason. Oh boy. And we should be able to do the rainbow feint and save a move and still get a shot on goal, which would secure us the victory almost certainly. Let's go for the rainbow feint, guys. Maradona. Boom! Yes! Oh, Maradona's trick right over the goalie into the goal. Didn't even have to take a shot. And that was one of our actual newer forwards, not Yench. And we need to keep getting goals with those guys because that actually increases their skill. By the way, I don't know if you guys are with me, but I love the fact that these guys all look like dwarves. It's kind of funny, to be honest. It's not too cartoonish for me, and you guys know I hate the cartoonish look on many games. Would I consider playing Mafia 1? Yeah, absolutely. But you got to keep in mind, Gabriel, when it comes to like those games, I play a lot of those games when I'm not streaming or when I'm not, putting videos on YouTube. The thing with the Agrippa Maxenius channel is we are a niche strategy channel. So when we do those games, as much as I'd love to do them, a lot, people they're not as receptive. If we put up a Gravity Tactics videos, we might get 400, 500, 600 views. If we put up like an action game video that I like to play, we might get like 150, maybe. That's the problem. That's the only problem. Here we go, guys. They have 3 chances to score here or else we win this part of the cup and we move into quarters. And we need that. We need the money. Oh, boy. They could take a good shot from here. Come on, defense. Yes! The goalie! I love that goalie. That's why he's worth almost $1 million. And Yench is injured, but just for a day. It's a pretty basic injury. So remember I was telling you guys about the upgrades, and this is really important because this is the point I was trying to make earlier before I got sidetracked. You not only can make a player that's like a really good player, you can also make a player that's a fan favorite, and because of this, you'll gain more money. From ticket sales, you'll gain more money from your sponsors. So you want to kind of like, it's hard to say, but you want to kind of like mix and match those. You want to have some players that are really good at just skills, period. And you want to have some players that are fan favorites, that are basically going to make a lot of money for your team. They're going to bring a lot of people to your games. The hilarious thing right now, we have 23,000 fans, and we only have 2,000 that we can seat in our stadium. As a fan of Benfica here in Portugal, I can tell you that that occasionally happens where there are not games available to watch for like 3 months. That happens. In this case, I think we definitely need a bigger stadium, but it's very expensive. I'm going to take a look here at the messages, the email messages too. $23. Wow, so we're actually very close. So I want to jump to second place. Yeah, that's the thing, Gabriel. I mean, I'm not... If I was into YouTube for that, I think I could do it pretty easily. In the same sense that if I had no conscience, I could probably become a pastor and pretend to believe in God and make a tremendous amount of money off that. The fact is, I'm just not that kind of guy, so I'm stuck with the niche strategy gaming. And I love you guys for it. The money you were losing for not having a bigger stadium, man, says Tere. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But look at the price, Tere, of a bigger stadium. Let me show you. Let's go over here. Look at this. 1,200,000. And I know that that's obviously going to be paid back, very quickly. Probably, 6 or 7 matches that'll be paid back. But just to get that much money, man, that's tough. I'm also going to improve our youth academy here. And I will get another substitute coach. Actually, a midfielder coach. No. Change my mind again. A defender coach. We need better defenders. Let's go ahead and do that. And that's just going to increase the amount we get. I'll simulate this match. Although I might be a sore loser. I won't do this on cut matches, but if I end up getting a loss, I will stop the match and play again. Because I want to get that second place. No, we'll be fair. We'll keep playing. A loss is a loss. It was my fault for not playing the game. And we tied. So there we go. Sort of paid off. 1 point for tying. And that was not a cup game, so, not too much pressure there. 45K, man. You're absolutely right, though. The amount we're losing in ticket sales is huge. Okay, Prestige Cup, quarterfinals against Loures Football Club. Yeah, this is tough. I actually have a cousin that lives in Lourdes, which is pretty funny. Your next stadium upgrade is 18 million. Oh my goodness, man. That's insanity. All right, we're going for a cup game against Lourdes. Let's hope for the best. Really hope for the best. We're not nearly as good of a team as they are. But we're going to try. This would get us into semis, which is actually the farthest I would have gotten in this game for the Cup League. The Cup League, the Portuguese Cup, uses all of the leagues, so it makes it a bit more challenging than you'd expect. Are you serious? No! So no attackers there. Lage, come on. I think Lage is going to be replacing Jens. He's getting pretty good. He's learning to control the ball by himself, so I think he's definitely going to be Jens' replacement. But if you see there, the defensive power of the enemy, 60-13, just gives you an idea of the skill difference in our team and theirs. So a lot of this game is luck. It's basically like a dice roll. But if the other team has higher stats, then their luck is, of course, greatly increased. In this case, yeah, he's thankful that we have a world-class goalkeeper. Otherwise, that would have been a goal. And I'm not messing around with these guys. I am putting all my defenders on them. It's a quarterfinal game. I'm not going to move my forwards forward. Everything goes into defense. Oh, no. That's not good. Let's hope they pass to the center. Nope. This is going to be a goal for them for sure. Yep. And again, even if we lose these cup games, we still make a lot of money off them. Still very good for our team, but I would love to go farther in the cup, of course. Wow, come on now. But seriously, Ted, hey, consider that idea about the YouTuber sort of world championship. I think that would be really fun, man. I don't know how I would set it up, and I would want to set it up in such a way that, like, it runs really smoothly. But I think it would sort of be like, we would agree on a day for each game. So, you know, for instance, like, maybe 2 times a week, you'd play your match. We'd have group stages, you know, all the way up to finals. And maybe what we could do is you and me could put some cash together, buy a few keys for the users, for each of our users or something like that, and maybe distribute them depending on what team they pick. You know, there's got to be like some sort of incentive there. So like if they pick your team, for instance, you would get, you know, 5 keys or something to give to your users, that sort of thing. I think it would be pretty cool. Thank you, buddy. Cup funds. Thanks so much, man. Norwegian kroners. I love them. It's because of you that I've actually like taken an interest in like international currency and the Norwegian kroner. You know, like a lot of Portuguese, for instance, are very upset that the euro replaced the escudo, which, you know, ostensibly had higher value. So I think it's amazing and really cool that Norway was able to keep their currency. Now here we go. Okay, good. Halftime. So we actually defended till halftime, but we've got to get at least a draw, or else we're gonna have to score 2 goals in the next game to win. They've got a very strong offensive line. I don't know what we would do without that goalie. I think I need to take some major risks here, so I'm going to actually take Lage, put him there, and I'm just going to have 2 defenders guarding these guys. I mean, they're already better than most of our players. I don't think it's going to make a difference. They're going to get the ball anyway. It's really up to the goalie to see whether he can stop it. Wow, nice play there, man. Cicada with the great defensive interception. This is our only chance, I think. This right here is our chance. So I will pass to Abilad. Nice! It actually went to an even better player, Pita. Now I'm going to pass to Lage. Oh my god, we just got extremely lucky. We can do the rainbow feint. It's not going to work very well against this keeper. Depends what keeper you're facing, guys. So we're going to go for the power shot. He stopped it. was a good shot, but he did stop it. However, we do have a corner. So let's see how we want to do this. I'll have Pita take the corner. Move Lage up here. Mateusz there. Bit of a kind of a weird setup for a corner. It's better to have two players there in the center. But I'm going to try to pass it to him nonetheless. Nope. Enemy's going to get it. At least we tried. It's not all about winning the cup. Even if we don't win the cup, if we can finish at the top of this league, one of the top 3 teams, we can move on to League One, which would be even better. And the fact is, the more you challenge your team with tougher opposing teams, the quicker they're going to grow, the faster they're going to gain skills, etc. So I'm not really that upset about not winning the cup here. Yeah, he's going to get right past us with a rainbow feint. This is what happens in this game when you face a better team. It's just how it works. At least we'll make some cash off this game and the next one, but then I'm pretty sure we're out of the cup. Lage is tired. Oh, boy. Oh! Okay, thankfully Lage is not too badly hurt. We can't lose, you know, an offensive guy like that. It's way too important. So I'll put Correa in. And it's actually pronounced Correa, not Correa. Correa. Not like Korea, but it's funny because in the same way you pronounce the last name Correa, which is a very common Portuguese last name, is the same way we say Korea, which is Correa. So make sense of that what you will. Just one shot here. And I'm not expecting much. Yeah. It's our last chance at a goal. Hey, Bruce. How you doing, buddy? Honestly, though, Gabriel, just speaking to you, dude, you guys, now that Argentina has tied, I think you guys are going to get out of group stage. I think it's going to be you and Iceland. I really do. I think Croatia is going to do very well this year. Take a look here what Bruce is saying. Interesting. Terje says the Norwegian people had voted no to join the EU twice, so now the politicians seem to have taken to their senses and let the issue lie. Interesting. Did I ever do a tour in England? Include Coventry City. Oh, cool. I've been to many places in England. So I've been to Colchester. I've been to London, of course. Let's try to think of a few other places I've been. Isle of Wight I went to. I've actually got some Portuguese family that lives in the Isle of Wight. And a few other places. There were definitely some places I went to that I probably don't remember the names of. Just kind of drove through. But yeah, it was nice. I like England. And you send us 10,000 kroners a day for every day that we didn't agree to put those disgusting images on cigarette packs. Oh yeah, we've got those in Portugal. Yeah, like the diseased lung and stuff. You know what? I'm still a cigarette smoker, although I've greatly diminished how many cigarettes I smoke per day. But I want to get rid of them entirely, and I'm actually not against those images. I think they're good. Good to have those images on your packs. Okay, here we go. So now you guys can actually see the transfer system. So this is cool. As you can see, we've got some pretty great transfers here. And we spoke before about how we're going to need to buy a goalie. Now, I don't know if Terje is still watching because I'm thinking maybe it's better to buy a stadium. But I want to know if Terje thinks it's worth going ahead and sending a scout to get some international prospects. And that way we get even better players for possible replacements. But you've got to look at the cost there and how much money we have. However, we do need some replacement midfielders. We have enough replacement forwards, I believe. We need a replacement goalie. And we could probably use a replacement defender too. I mean, these are all things we could use. The first thing you want to do, though, is click here and make sure that our contracts are not going to run out anytime soon. So, for instance, over here with these two newbies, I don't care. They can go, I could care less. In fact, I'll sell them. So Gonzalez will sell to Povo de Varzim, amateur team. And Sampaio, sell him as well to Évora for 6. He's just useless. And we'll sell this guy too for 4. Now, of course, you can work on these guys and make them better. But really, I think 20 and below. Because these are very young players. So if you're going to train them in something, you better start young. And with this guy, we could actually extend, and I will. With Demora for 368, I think it's worth it. Same with Lage. He's great. He's asking for 61, and I'm actually going to give him 142,000. We're going to save money in the end because, believe me, this guy's good, and he's going to get better. He's only 25 years old, so he's got some growing to do. And so does Mateusz. So I'll actually ask Mateusz to stay for 2 years at 24 years old. I'm giving these guys really good deals. Usually, I would just give them a 1-year contract. But in this case, I feel it's reasonable to give these guys fairly long-term contracts. Kronos. Tere saying, well, now the stick packs are similar here. Some weird brown goldish color. Makes it weird. Oh, I know what you're talking about. They haven't done that here in Portugal yet. I know what you're talking about, where they take off all of the corporate markings. And it's just basically like just a box with like in very small font like Marlboro. Yeah, I know that. Yep. No. You need to upgrade your stadium. Yeah, I agree. I mean, in this case, we yes, I do have too many youngsters. You're absolutely right. I think I want to sell a few of these players, as a matter of fact. Let's go ahead and get rid of the least promising ones. Probably be this one right here. Gareira. We already gave him a Gareira, which is a career. There's another guy named Jens. That's going to get confusing, so you've got to go, bud. This guy, Spindola, actually has really good accuracy, so he might be able to train to be a forward eventually. Another thing I wanted to ask you, Tere, since you play the game more, do you think... So, for instance, let me just explain the situation. Jens is 38 years old. He's out in 2 years. He's an amazing player, as you could see here. But would it be better to put a guy like Goureia in, who is only 21, but we could essentially start training him now at the risk of losing a few games? Let me know what you think, because I'm willing to try just about anything. And our next match is in the second league. We'll play this one. Come on, baby. Oh, it's raining. It is raining. Okay, let's take Barros. Nice, easy steal there. So they will take the ball back from Lage because it's their turn, but at least we get it to him. It's important just to get it to him, which increases his overall center forward skill. Interception. Wow, very nice. Dude, that was impressive by Jens. That's why he's the best. Unfortunately, he's not the best at passing. That is greatly diminished. Wow, man, his passing's gone downhill as he's gotten older. All right, we're going to have to go for the shot. It was very close. Could also have something to do with the weather. The weather does, you know, change things in the match. There's even snow, but I think that only comes in League One. Okay, if we can take the ball here and pass to Lage, we've got a goal. Of course we can't. I also wouldn't mind a tie in this game. No, I didn't mean to do that. I messed up. I messed up bad. And Lage actually needs to be substituted out. He's tired. Let's put Goureia in. Tere is saying you'll need to use Jens for now, but I would rotate the lowest rated striker you're currently using with the youngster. Okay, I like that. I like that. Yeah, alternate matches. Yeah, I like this. I like this. Very good suggestions. So basically, you kind of have them both learning as much as possible, basically. I like that. I'm going to take Jens and put him over here. And then I'll defend against the corner. We're not very good against corners. I think one thing we really need to improve is our defenders. Some of them are good, like this guy right here. He's really good. Our other defenders are very lackluster. And this guy's name is Altu. Altu's good. So he's going to hold. Oh! Ouch! Put Correa up here. Actually, no, we can't set up. So this is interesting. On certain free kicks, you can set your players up with 3 turns. On certain free kicks, you just have to take it. And I guess since this one's in goal, we just have to go ahead and take it, which is fair. Nice! Oh, man. Please get it to Jens. Please get it to Jens. Oh, come on, man. Now we made a foul. Yeah, they're not going to be able to score. Ooh, I think we get a throw-in, actually. Our throw-in is going to be a really bad one. But since we control it, we can essentially end the game right here. So it's good to move your players because they will actually gain skill as you move them. In this case, we want to improve guys like Mateus, so I'm going to move him a bit. And they will be the halftime mark. So now, halftime. Let's hope for the best. He's only going to learn by having the ball taken from him, so I'm going to go for the push. Well, there we go. 3 CF just for that. Wow. Yeah, it is disgusting how some people act. Of course. That sucks, man. Really? Wow. He actually earned a free kick out of that, which I think is ridiculous. Bad call by the ref. I was going for that stupid rainbow feint. Good work. Get it. We're leaving it up to Correa. It's up to you, baby. It's all up to you. I don't think he has any special skills, unlike a lot of other players with rainbow feints, things like that. But I'm really tempted to just try and dribble to the center. I'll take the shot, although the chances of us making it are very, very small. What about a power shot? No, even smaller. You know what? Let me hold the ball. At least make them work for it a bit, and at the very least we'll increase our offensive line's power, I should say. Again, I don't care if we get a draw. That's fine enough for me. Oh, man, look at the moves he can make. So you can see these are one of the moves, the special moves that he trained, which in this guy's case is the ability to move 4 tiles at once. And going up the line, you can imagine that is really useful. Yeah, that's going to be GG, I'm pretty sure. 3 actions left. Oh, they could still score. They could definitely still score. If they had passed to this guy, they would have scored. Let's see what happens here. Good stop. Unfortunately, they do get a corner. It's entirely up to where they pass it and whether or not our goalie can stop this. So we actually did get the ball. Unfortunately, they still get 1 move. So we're not going to have a chance to score, but that's a tie, and that's a reasonable tie, I think. I want to see just how well we did, especially for a rainy day. Yeah, baby. Avelar is almost about to level up, and I take serious pride in my midfielders. They're not great. I mean, they're good. They're very good, in fact. But they're not great, and I want them to get great. 6,000. A lot less than we were making on those cup games, huh, guys? Quite a lot less. So we really want to be in rank 1, 2, or 3, because that means we can move up in the cup. Did I saying also if you have just one move left, no chance of scoring, using the last move to hold is often a decent decision. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. I've actually done that for the most part. I think you make a very good point. And another thing is if you're in the midfield with only one move to spare, it's also not a bad idea to pass to your main forward and force the enemy to take the ball from him, because that's going to waste 1 point on their end, which makes it really hard for them to score on their turn. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Teddy. It also increases the skill of your player automatically by holding. So, very good point. Against Dortmund, I'm going to go for a simulate, but I will admit I will cheat on this one. If I lose, I will restart. I don't give a damn. I want a victory. That's right, I want an easy win. Hey, we've got a lot of really good victories and a lot of really tough wins, so bear with me now. Yeah, baby. It's going to work out anyway. Oh, Dorns might be able to tie this up. Oh, nice. Let's see who scored the goals. It's going to be Jenj, and Lage. Of course, Jenj scoring goals. But I'm going to start doing what was suggested by Tere. And that is basically, we're going to take that player. That is our least good forward, which would be Mateusz. He's still good, but he's the least good, and we'll put Gureye in. And we'll sort of swap them out game by game. I really like that idea. We can also upgrade a player, and it's Lage. So we can make him a fan favorite. He's only 25 years old. This guy has so much growth, so much potential. I think I want to increase either his attribute points or his skill trainables. I'm not so sure I want to go for sponsor bonuses, although we could eventually get this guy to be so valuable that we could sell him and potentially get even better players. That's another possibility. I don't know if I want to go that route. What would you guys say? I'm going to let you guys decide. Sponsors, skill trainable, or focus points. Sponsors, skill trainable, focus points. Let's see. Sponsors, skill trainables, or focus points. So adding to the sponsors would give us actually more money from our sponsors for goals we complete. I think it also eventually increases the value of the player itself. Overlooking training skills. A lot of players can upgrade their skill. Ah, yes. I saw that, but I think what I lack for that is this thing right here, the glory, to upgrade a lot of those skills. We can try that. So, for instance, we can upgrade over here Jenj's cannonball shot. That's 370. This one doesn't believe he's capable. 190. So, yeah, we're totally going to do that, but unfortunately right now, we just don't have the glory for it, mate. But eventually we will. Eventually, that's definitely something I want to do. And we've done it before with a lot of our players, but yeah, you're right. So what do you guys want to jump into here for Lage? What do you mean dedication? Wait. Be more specific, because I feel I'm missing something big here. The points are to insta-learn. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. So how do I see what you're saying. So how can we just set him up for training without paying those extra points? Like, I guess, are they already training if we've selected the points? I see what you mean. So we could select accuracy, this sort of stuff. Accuracy. That's all good skills for those guys. But also, accuracy is a good skill. Passing is a good skill for this guy. For Arosha, I see exactly what you mean, man. Thank you, Ted. So we're going to focus for our central mid. We're going to focus on defense. And for all these guys, especially even Alto, I'm going to focus on defense. Yeah, those that are flashing can upgrade their skills. Interesting. Right now, we have no flashers. Wait a minute. They might be over here. I see. Kadeda. So Kadeda can increase reaction. Thank you, mate. So we're going to spend that. I understand what you mean now. So we are going to have to wait for some glory points. But that's pretty good for 5 months to do that. And that's going to be great for the keeper. And we'll also do with Pitta. So 19 months. I understand what you're saying here. In other words, to just instantly upgrade it, we can pay the glory. But in this case, we can just take our time. I like it. Very nice. Layoff pass. Oh boy, you're the best, Terje. Thank you again, man. And we can get that cannon shot for Jens. 37 months. He's with us another 2 years, 24 months. Yeah, we're going to have to speed that skill up if we want to get him to cannon shot 3. He's already on cannon shot 2, which is amazing. All right, we still haven't addressed this. What do we want to do here? Yes, we'll change the sweeper as well. Dedication tree. All right, right on, man. We're going for the dedication here for Lage, and I think it's a good choice too because he's 25. He's pretty young, and we've trained him. Well, he's basically been with us since the beginning. So if we can get this guy to being like really, really important, I mean, I think that's going to be great. Let's take a look at the transfer. We've got some transfers here, but of course, just like Dede said, we're not going to transfer anybody yet or purchase anybody yet. We really need to upgrade the stadium. And yes, I'm doing another little cheapskate thing here. If I lose, I will start the game over. Just on the simulated matches, because I know I can win them if I actually play them. And to be fair, I didn't do this on the cup matches. I let us lose. Excuse me. Good lord. Oh, dearie me. Goddamn. We could just play the game. Make this the end of the stream match. The stream is almost an hour and a half long. That's what happens when I play games I enjoy. Yeah, so actually, my buddy Salieri here, by the way, you should check out his YouTube channel. It's absolutely awesome. I'll put a link here for his YouTube channel. Let me link him my channel, guys. So we'll actually link him here to the... I want you guys to meet Salieri. He's awesome. He knows a lot about football in general. And he is a big Argentina fan. So I will do another match here. But yeah, I am going to have to go watch that game. That is important, man. Okay, so thanks again, guys. And I'm taking a look here. So Terje is saying always finish off the dedication tree first. You get more XP and you get more points in the stat he is training. And when you finish all 4, you get plus 15 was main stat. Wow. Really, really nice. I'm loving the idea here. So we're going to move into our next game. And I promised I wouldn't auto-match this one. So we will play this one through. I mean, we're playing against Almada Football Club. We should be able to do just fine, especially with our lineup. We're a better team than these guys. That's just that simple. I am going to see when Asa gets on here because I don't remember when the game is starting. It's going to be on RTP1. I hope it's not on stupid Sport TV because that means I actually need to pay for it. But I really do want to see that game. Germany's going to win. Are you kidding me? Come on. It's absurd. Of course Germany's going to win. Here we go. All right, so now another question I'd have to ask you, Ted. Hey, I agree with you in terms of the holding the ball to gain skills, but is that relevant when you are basically this close to goal? I don't think we should be holding the ball that close to goal, if that makes sense. I'm going to do a layoff pass, which is one of the things we've learned, and I'll actually do the layoff pass moving back a bit. So basically force the opposing team to move a lot if they want to get the ball. Howdy, howdy, Bruce. Only if hell freezes over sometime this month. I see it. I just found out there are armed police dogs in a helicopter. I don't know why. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to link Salieri's channel here because I'm not probably going to get off soon to watch the game. Salieri too. So he's basically a comedian, I would say. He calls himself the most hated YouTuber, but, you know, honestly, the guy's hilarious. I don't see how he could be hated at all. And, you know, frankly, he's just got a really funny channel. I actually got into his channel from a video he did. I think it was called the Clarksville Arcade. And he just talked about this this shitty video game store in his area, which I thought was just hilarious. And, like, he did such a beautiful job at destroying it, just utterly destroying it. I would be surprised if that place is still in business after his video. But he's a really funny guy, and please do stop by his channel. Make sure if you guys end up subscribing, let him know that Agrippa sent you. Yeah, that's about it. See if I can message him. I'm guessing the game's starting in 45 minutes, I hope, or 30. Let me see if I can send him a message on Steam. Hold on. Don't want to miss this. Yeah, Bruce. Nice. Oh, very cool. You got Portugal, man. Hang in there, dude. We were just mentioning earlier in the stream, and I don't want to toot my own horn enough because everybody knows I'm a Portugal fan. But with that 3-3 draw with Spain, Ronaldo has now cemented himself. And this is not an exaggeration. This is fact. If you're looking at statistics, this is fact. He's cementing himself as the greatest player of all time. Better than Pele, better than Maradona, better than all of those guys. Especially with basically what he did was something that has never been done in football, is he was able to tie against a superior team essentially alone. He was basically playing, it was like 1 against 11. Yeah, these guys are going to score against us. Because he's going for the rainbow feint. Actually, that was not the rainbow feint. That was different. Got to try and get that goal back, guys. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. 51 hat tricks personally in a World Cup. Yeah, he's just an amazing player. I mean, there's no other way to put it. And, you know, it's funny because even the Portuguese people, we're very critical of Ronaldo. We also think he's a crybaby, and he is. He's got some negative qualities, but you just can't doubt the stats. The guy is the best player in the world. There's just no way around it. It's just the way it is. Let's see. Being so slick that the oil will not stick to him, and of course not being good at paying taxes. Dude, that's not the half of it. Not being good at avoiding prison time. He was facing 2.5 years in jail. Like, that's one thing wrong with the world today. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not saying I want Ronaldo to go to jail, because I don't. At least not until the end of World Cup. But, you know, wealthy people like that, they can get away with that kind of shit. You know, I think he didn't pay something like the equivalent of like $57 million in taxes to the Portuguese government. So it's just blatant fraud, you know? And they're like, well, okay, we sentenced you to 2 years in prison. And you can, it's basically, it's the 2 years in prison, despite the fact you haven't served it, is going to be counted as being served. So, okay, fair enough. Here we go. Yeah, I didn't think we'd get this. I mean, 3 men. It's really tough to get past. We're not Ronaldo. We're not going to get that free kick. But it is, yeah, it is interesting to say the least. Hey, Ace, how you doing, man? Vamos, vamos, Lusitanos. Exactly, man. I had to take the most nationalistic team, and me and Asa were actually talking yesterday, which is quite funny, that, we're both Americans. Like, he's American Argentina, I'm American Portuguese. We're both born in the United States, but our nationalism for our, I guess you could call it our second country, I think almost surpasses our nationalism for the States, because I personally, I'm just obsessed with, when Portugal's playing, I'm just like, oh God, we have to win this, we have to win this. And I was watching him during his Argentina game, and again, guys, make sure to stop by his channel. He's hilarious. And the same way you felt, Asa, when you were just like, I forget it, and you just turned the TV off, that's how I felt when Portugal played Euro Cup against Greece. I was so fucking angry. I was just like, you know what? Forget it. I didn't watch football for 2 years after that. I was just like, I don't want to see anything. Don't care. I lost complete interest. I just got so frustrated. Yeah, there's a lot of love there, man. I'm still saying, though, Asa thinks that currently, and I think Gabriel here, he's a Croatian. He probably doesn't want this to be true. But I think Asa thinks that Argentina basically can't make it out of group now. Or if they can make it out of group, they can't possibly win. I'm not so sure. I mean, I think a lot of things happen in World Cup. The 1-1 against Iceland could have just been, a fluke, number one. And number two, Iceland has done surprisingly well. I might even go so far as to say that Croatia is not as tough a team to play as Iceland. Even though I really respect the Croatian team. They've got a lot of great players. I think Argentina can still get out of that group. I really do. Is it going to be easy? Hell no. Okay, let's see. Oh, I'm holding, baby. Now, there's no way I'm going to be able to make up that difference. No, I'm not holding. But at the very least, we can increase the skill of these forwards, which we need to do. Now, that motivation's great if you have a few more moves. In this case, we do not. That's just useless. What do you mean, armed police dogs in a helicopter? Are you talking about World Cup? Yeah, it is a typical example of corruption at its worst. I mean, let's just be honest. Wealthy people in general, they're going to get away with crimes a lot easier. And Ronaldo absolutely was evading taxes. I mean, and the amount of taxes he was evading made Wesley Snipes look like a kid who stole a candy bar. I mean, it was pretty ridiculous. But, again, keep in mind also in Europe, the penalties are less severe for all crimes, really, across the board. Even in the States, trust me, he would have gotten off a lot easier for corporate fraud like that. Farinha was wounded by the tackle, or injured. Can't say wounded. This is not war. So they say. So we're going to move forward here. I want to check and make sure the game is not starting. If it is starting, it's going to start in 9 minutes or 39 minutes. And I definitely want to see it. 6,300. I'll take that. It was a bad loss, but, we learned from it. That's going to be the Prestige Cup. So this is leg 2 of our Prestige Cup, and they're already above us 2-0. So if we want to win this, we're going to have to somehow magically just win this. Hey, Red Ross. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. I did not, my friend. I did not. I absolutely will try to take a look at it. I mean, please keep in mind, I take a look at so many games on the channel. We're getting game codes all the time of games I don't even end up playing. But I will absolutely take a look at it. For those of you interested in World War II, I just recently put up an awesome video about Tank Warfare Tunisia in 1943 using the Northern Irish cavalry. Oh my God, these guys are amazing, man. Tanks, APCs, etc. Just incredible. So here we go. And I'll actually, I want to see if Asa is here still, because if he says the game's on, I want to see if there might be a way for me to auto-resolve some matches, because I might just leave this on and let you guys hear my reactions to World Cup happening. That is if it's Sport TV and not ESPN. Actually, I'll check here on Google. Hold on, guys. Please bear with me. Okay, thank you, Bruce. Thank you, mate. There we go. Thank you, sir. So 38 minutes. I got some time. Good, good, good. This has actually been one of the longest streams we've done in a while, but I can't help myself. And again, I have a cousin who lives in Lourdes. Lourdes, actually, if you take a look, if any of you are interested in the occult and the Knights Templar and things like that, Lourdes was one of the bases of the Knights Templar. And according to Dan Brown, gasp, totally not somebody you should listen to, but according to him, it could be the location of the Holy Grail. So actually, the city of Lourdes here in Portugal is a very, very important city. Let's put it that way. And I will admit that some of the churches in there, the Masonic symbolism is pretty obvious. I'm going to move Reynoso back. I don't even know if I should have done that, but that's what I'm going to do. Play a little more defensively. Damn, our goalie's letting us down here. Now, to be fair, we basically skipped to League 2. We got out of League 3 immediately, essentially. So we might be a little above our pay grade right now, but that doesn't matter. And we also have to get Lage off, so let me substitute him off. He's our best forward right now, besides Ienge. And Ienge is an old man, let's be honest. Oh, boy. I don't know what to do. All right, I'm going to pass to Ienge and let him take a shot. Come on, man. Don't let us down. Of course he does. He's getting older. What can I say? Take care, Tere. Thank you again for your wonderful kroners, my friend, and also for even more valuable to me, your awesome advice. Awesome, awesome advice. I think you just saved my team from basically degrading over time. It's interesting to see, like, there's two forms of training in the game. It's not just the special skills. You can also specifically train certain focuses. Oh, dude! WTF, 2 days, Barroso's out. I'm going to put Demore in. But that is really frustrating, man. Really frustrating. So we do get a ball back here, but unfortunately, since the foul occurred behind our goal line, we can't set up our attackers, which I hate. Because if the foul had occurred on this side of the line, essentially what we could have done is we could have set these attackers up wherever we wanted and tried to pass them. We can't do that now. So this guy screwed us over in two ways. All right, PETA, grab it and hold it. That sounded so weird. I can make a PETA joke there. Oh my god, people are screaming outside. Jesus, man. Nice defending there. Finally, our defenders are reacting. He says, sadly, that arcade still exists. I think you saw my comment about that thing must be shut down. But you guys got to check that out. I'll actually link the Clarksville arcade video here in the chat because it's that good for you guys to watch. I'll also link it in our Discord after this game because I do have to get to watching. But we will finish this game up. Let's see. Wonder if we could tie this up. Ah! Yeah, I just said to Asa here, and I'm saying it to you guys, I'm calling the game Germany 3, Mexico 1. Like, Mexico has actually surprisingly become a pretty effective team, especially recently. So I would not be surprised if they at least managed to score a goal against Germany. At least one, and I would actually think that'd be pretty cool. All right, there we go, 5 MF. Okay, it's going to have to be Mateusz. Mateusz is going to have to make the shot, and that is how you would pronounce that. So I'm guessing a lot of you English speakers would be, you know, Matheus or Mateus. This is Mateusz in Portuguese, which I think is one of the coolest Portuguese names. If I have a son, I will call him Mateusz, and I'm going to hold. And if I have a daughter, I'll call her Mateusz too, just so she can go through life with a man's name. Deal with it. Oh. Hold on 1 second. I think Ace is sharing with me the Clarksville. Oh, okay, no. I want to share that video before I forget, so let me put that here for you guys. Wow, nice. We got a lot of viewers, guys. Thanks so much. So let me put here Clarksville Arcade for you guys to watch, and please don't forget to sub to Asalieri. Again, you know, he's a lot easier to sub to a channel than like mine. For instance, I do very niche stuff, very niche strategy games. He does comedy, and he's hilarious. So I'm going to put Clarksville Arcade here. Let's see if I can find it. Boy, I hope we can find it. Hold on. Clarksville Arcade. Asalieri. I'm going to see if you can send it to me on Steam. Hold on 1 sec. Let's see if he can post it. I definitely want to add that to you guys before I leave. And that's like you're saying your future daughter should be called Luis Figu. I could call her Luisa Figu. Luisa-Figu. It's funny, too. I'm thinking actually it's the same in Spanish, Asa. But Figu in Portuguese actually means fig. And there's a little known fact, and this is an interesting one. During the time of the, what's it called? The Inquisition. What a lot of Jews would do is they would change their last name to the name of a fruit or a bird, which is really fascinating. So, for instance, we do suspect that my family may have been Jewish at some point, or at least half my family, because my grandfather's name is Pardal, which is a partridge, you know, basically. Or, sorry, a robin. So basically his last name is Robin. You know, with Figu, the same thing is suspected, that basically his family were what we call conversos, which they were Jewish people that lived in Portugal or Spain at the time, and because of the Inquisition, they were forced to change their name and convert to Catholicism. But he's a great player. I mean, I was saying to Essa earlier, I think Figu is definitely my favorite player of all time. Absolutely over Ronaldo. I still think that Ronaldo's a crybaby, and I'm Portuguese. You know, he's a great player, but he's a friggin' baby. He's a tax evader, big-time tax evader. He gets away with crimes none of us would. So I'm not exactly, you know, thrilled that the man got off exactly. I would have been fine with, like, play World Cup and then, you know, you go to jail. Yeah, same in Spanish. Yeah, I thought so. And un figo. And it's getting into summertime, speaking of which. It's almost fig season. I know you and me being both rotund, it's going to be very difficult to avoid the temptation of some fresh figs. Although I think that's a lot healthier than, like, you know, drinking soda or something like that. But yeah, I know fig season's coming around, and in Portugal it's always good. And oh man, I cannot wait. All right, guys, I love you all. Thank you so much for stopping into the stream. I want to thank Terje for donating some kroners. I want to thank Dave for moderating, as always. Everybody else for stopping in and just providing some very cool chat. Thank you for behaving yourself, Gabriel. I think you did a good job there at the end. And I really wish you just keep that up, man. You know, you don't have to just blast away, be silly in chat. It's not impressing anybody. And when you're more immature, honestly, I think everybody can agree we have a lot more respect for you. And you usually have some pretty cool things to say. That being said, thank you so much. Gaming Kids saying Agrippa. Oh, yeah. No, I saw you saying that. I saw you mentioning that. And that's around the Olympic Stadium, right? I would guess. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, you've got to have security for an event like the Olympics, even when it comes to like hooliganism and stuff. You've got to be careful. All right, guys, thank you so much. Take care, and I will be putting Ace Salieri's video into our Discord server when I find it. I've got to find that Clarksville Arcade video, man. There we go. Hold on, he's got it here. I'm gonna post it because this is hilarious. It's so damn funny, and to set up the sort of the premise, I guess. I don't even think I need to because he pretty much does a good job on his own. But basically, this is a garbage video game store in his neighborhood with just the worst customer service ever. And as an ex-PR manager for Slytherin, when I see this kind of like terrible marketing, I just cringe because I don't understand how these people like still have a business. Like, it doesn't make sense. And I'll also put it in Discord too. Thanks again, guys. Take care, and I hope you're all watching the game. I know I'm going to be. Ciao.